Rising tensions in the Middle East. For decades, the Middle East has been one of the most politically unstable regions in the world. Tensions between Iran, the United States, and Israel have shaped regional politics for many years. What we are witnessing today is not a sudden conflict. It is the result of long-standing rivalry, military competition, and ideological differences. Iran sees itself as a powerful regional actor. At the same time, the United States and Israel view Iran as a strategic challenge that must be contained. Over time, these opposing visions have led to sanctions, covert operations, diplomatic confrontations, and military threats. The recent attack by the United States and Israel is part of this broader struggle. The legacy of the 1979 revolution. To understand the current conflict, we need to go back to 1979. That year, Iran experienced a dramatic political revolution. The monarchy led by Mohammad Reza Pahlavi was overthrown and replaced with an Islamic republic led by Ruhollah Khomeini. Before the revolution, Iran had strategic cooperation with the United States. After the revolution, however, the government adopted a strongly anti-Western and anti-Israeli stance. This shift transformed Iran into a major opponent of American influence in the Middle East. From that moment, relations between Iran and the United States became openly hostile. The nuclear question. One of the most controversial issues is Iran's nuclear program. Iran claims its nuclear activities are for peaceful purposes, such as electricity generation and scientific research. However, many Western governments believe Iran could be secretly pursuing nuclear weapons capability. International inspectors from the International Atomic Energy Agency have repeatedly examined Iran's nuclear facilities. If Iran develops nuclear weapons, it could dramatically change the balance of power in the Middle East. For Israel, this is considered a major security threat. Israel's security concerns. Israel has consistently warned that Iran's nuclear ambitions could threaten its survival. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has repeatedly stated that Israel will not allow Iran to develop nuclear weapons. Israel is geographically small. Even a limited nuclear attack could have devastating consequences. Because of this, Israeli defense planners have long considered preventive military action against Iran's nuclear facilities. Over the years, Israel has reportedly carried out covert operations to slow Iran's nuclear progress, including cyber and sabotage missions. Iran's missile capabilities. Another key factor behind the conflict is Iran's growing missile program. Iran has developed a range of ballistic missiles capable of traveling long distances. Some of these missiles could reach Israeli territory and American bases in the Middle East. For Washington and its allies, these capabilities raise serious security concerns. Missile technology combined with nuclear capability would significantly strengthen Iran's military power. Regional proxy conflicts. Iran's influence extends far beyond its own borders. The country supports several armed groups across the Middle East. These groups operate in Lebanon, Iraq, Syria, and Yemen. Western analysts often describe these organizations as part of Iran's regional network of influence. For Israel and the United States, these groups represent indirect security threats. By strengthening allies in other countries, Iran increases its strategic leverage in the region. U.S. strategic interests. The United States maintains a significant military presence across the Middle East. American bases support operations related to security, trade routes, and counterterrorism. Washington closely monitors Iran's military activities, including missile tests and drone deployments. American officials argue that limiting Iran's power is essential for regional stability. Preventive action is often justified as protecting U.S. forces and allies in the area. oil, and the global economy. The Middle East is a critical region for global energy supply. Large amounts of the world's oil pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Any conflict involving Iran could disrupt this vital route. If shipments are interrupted, global oil prices could rise dramatically. This is why the situation is closely watched by European countries and international markets. Cyber warfare. Modern conflicts are no longer limited to conventional weapons. Cyber warfare has become an important tool for both sides. Iran and its rivals have reportedly conducted cyber operations against each other's infrastructure. These attacks can target banks, power grids, and communication networks. Cyber strikes add another layer of risk to an already tense geopolitical situation. Intelligence and covert operations. Before any open conflict, intelligence agencies play a critical role. Information about military facilities, weapons programs, and strategic plans is gathered through surveillance and covert missions. This intelligence often guides military decisions and timing. Both Israel and the United States rely heavily on secret operations to monitor Iran's capabilities. Such efforts aim to reduce uncertainty and limit potential threats before escalation occurs. Military escalation. When tensions escalate beyond diplomacy, military force becomes a possibility. Airstrikes, missile attacks, and strategic operations can quickly change the situation on the ground. These actions carry significant risks, especially when multiple powerful countries are involved. Even limited strikes could trigger retaliation and draw other regional powers into the conflict. This makes precise intelligence and careful planning essential. Global reactions. Major international conflicts rarely remain regional. Governments around the world respond quickly through diplomatic statements and emergency meetings. Organizations such as the United Nations often attempt to prevent further escalation. European countries, in particular, are closely monitoring developments to ensure energy and security stability. News outlets worldwide report on each new development, creating global awareness and pressure. Fear of wider war. One of the greatest fears surrounding this conflict is the possibility of escalation. If more countries become involved, the situation could expand into a much larger war. The Strait of Hormuz remains a critical flashpoint for global oil and trade. Even small incidents could trigger a chain reaction of military responses across the region. This uncertainty makes the world watch closely every new development. Diplomatic efforts. Despite rising tensions, diplomacy continues to play a critical role. Many governments are pushing for negotiations to prevent further violence. Peace talks, back-channel communications, and international pressure aim to reduce the chance of open warfare. Diplomatic solutions often take time, but they remain the most effective way to reduce conflict and maintain regional stability. The uncertain future. The future of the Middle East remains uncertain. The relationship between Iran, the United States, and Israel will continue to influence global politics. What happens in the Middle East rarely stays in the Middle East. Its consequences often shape the entire world. Global attention is now focused on each new development, as even small actions could have far-reaching effects.